so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked. That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
Yo ho ho, bitches. We're live. Welcome to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty broadcast episode. A decidedly Call of Duty podcast today, actually. There's some fun stuff to talk about. Very excited. But first, welcome to the show. We talk about Call of Duty when we can, because there are, especially during MDub, when Infinity Ward was, quote, developing and patching their game. I mean, there were many stretches where there was simply nothing to talk about related to Call of Duty. But today, luckily, we're in a new era, okay? And there are things related to Call of Duty to talk about. So we can do a podcast about Call of Duty, which is the title of the show. My name's Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined, by the way, hey, guess what? Guess what hat we're on? Out of all the hats, we're still on hat number 1. We're still wearing
literally
the same hat.
I have not worn this for probably 2 weeks.
Wrong. It's the
Okay,
same
got
hat.
it. They're the same color.
Grime.
Got it.
No,
It's
they're
not.
the same hat.
It's totally
This is
different.
fake news.
Got it.
This is fake news.
Got it. Cool. Hey.
How are you and your hat doing? Okay, be honest with us. Have you been wearing that hat for so long that it's now stuck to your head and you can't get it off without ripping your hair off? What are your thoughts?
It's glued. Well, I don't have any hair. It's glued on there. Yeah.
Hairless. Got it.
Glued to my little scalp, my little bare scalp. Yeah.
How's life? Have you finished your Christmas shopping?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah,
huh?
I did.
How many people do you shop for?
3, basically.
Oh, that's good. That makes it easy. I also...
Yeah, pretty much my mom, dad, and Sierra. And then I got my nephew something. That was it. Get fucked everyone else. I don't know.
What'd you get your nephew?
Can't tell you. What if he's listening?
Wait, how old is he?
3.5.
Got it. Okay. Welcome to the show. He's probably about as smart as most of our audience, so maybe he should be listening. Welcome to the show. Now, if you're new here, reminder, okay? Well, it's not a reminder because you're new here, so welcome. And also, we do announcements. You can skip them. We have timestamps. Go to the bottom of the media on an app or on YouTube in the fucking description or in the show notes on an app. There are timestamps. You can skip the announcements if you find them uninteresting. Now, if you continue listening, you will soon realize the announcements are the best part of the program, obviously, because, well, they're excellent, okay? But if you want to skip them, you can. So just go to the timestamps. All right, now, with that said, let's get into it. A couple of announcements. First of all, welcome to our new gold patrons.
Got it.
Members of our Patreon at patreon.com/dropshot. Tyler B. Let's absolutely go. Normal guy with a normal name. He didn't change his avatar on Patreon. Seems like a well-adjusted young man, and I'm here for it. Tyler, welcome, buddy. And Big Mac. Cool. Got it. One word, Big Mac. Can't tell what this avatar is. Is it 2 toddlers with a pumpkin mask on? Is that what those orange things are? What am I looking at here?
I have no fucking clue. How do you even see that?
Obviously. Big Mac's avatar.
Where are you seeing 2 toddlers in that picture?
You see the little orange circles?
Yeah.
I thought it appears that those are the heads of children with like little helmets on, like Halloween jack-o'-lantern helmets.
I don't know. The image
doesn't matter.
Is such low quality. I don't even know how you got that. I can stare at this image for 2 hours. I couldn't tell you a single thing that's in it. I don't know how you're getting toddlers with fucking pumpkins on their head.
That's what I'm seeing. Maybe
You need to go
this
to
is
the
a
eye
Rorschach
doctor.
test,
I don't know.
but I've gone
That's
and
insane.
I have perfect vision.
You don't.
So
Got it.
I have mild astigmatism. It doesn't matter. Welcome, Big Mac. Change it. And also Dream Sauce. Change it too. Welcome to another new gold patron. Dream Sauce, man. The creativity is just boundless here, really.
Terrible.
So anyway, thanks, I guess. Thanks, Tyler. Tyler, thanks for being a gold patron. You other two, I don't know. I'll think about. I'll consider being grateful to you. So, welcome, boys. Also, welcome to our new platinum patrons, Garrett M. Let's fucking go again. Another indecipherable avatar. Why are you guys adding profile pictures to your Patreon, by the way? That's fine. You can do it. It's not. I mean,
it's an
okay.
insane thing to do. Yeah.
It's an outrageous thing to do. Yeah, but you can do it. Sure, Garrett, you lunatic. Welcome, buddy. Much appreciated. Also, Evil Cynic, change it, upgraded from gold to platinum. An absolute king. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And someone better than all of you is young Nicholas C, upgrading to fucking platinum, dude. Nick. Saint Nick. Is this Santa? Is this our Santa present from Santa?
It could be.
Dude, it is Nick C.
Dude.
It could be Claus. That could be his last name. It's not,
could be.
but it could be. It could be. Maybe he's trying to throw us off the scent. He should have tried harder. Santa! Thank you very much for the upgrade, brother, to Damascus. I appreciate it. Now, once again, patreon.com/Dropshot. Best way to support the show. It is Christmas time. You know what you should get me for Christmas? Money. And also join the Patreon. So those are the things that you will want to do. So.
Which are just two forms of money for you. That's interesting. You're a real piece of shit.
Correct. Yeah. That cash. Yeah.
Got it.
Call me Scrooge McDuck, dude.
Got it.
Scrooge the Grinch McDuck. My middle name is the Grinch. Let's move on. So thank you all. Patreon.com/Dropshot. Very kind of you guys. We do 5 bonus episodes a month and other things. So you can see the website for details. Also, speaking of Christmas presents, we got a couple. Okay. We got a couple Christmas presents from a couple grown-ass men. Adults.
Good old
Good
adults.
people.
Shout out to the adults.
Shout out to the adults, friend of the pod. Just eating away at their children's inheritance. Which they will soon be getting, really. So this is kind of I don't know, neglectful to the kids. Maybe it's possible. Slivovitz sent us a little message on PayPal, in fact. ! Donate, of course. And any donation link goes to both of us, so you can just do that. You don't have to do it to both channels to give it to both of us. You certainly could. You'll just be doubling our input.
Actually, yeah, they are separate. So give us both 100. Yeah.
Correct. Yes, that is of course true. Slivovitz sent us a message on PayPal. He said, "Merry Christmas, guys," which was a very nice message. It was very kind, and I liked it. But what I liked better was there was an attachment of 100 giant smackaroos, dude.
Smackaroos, man.
100 smackaroos, dude. Slivovitz, long-time friend of the pod. Tech support guru. King. Old man. Real old and dying. Woodworker. Woodsmith. What are they called? Is it a woodworker?
Carpenter?
No. He's not a carpenter.
He's
he
a
does
woodworker,
shit with
then.
wood. Is that what it's called? Like a
That's what a
woodworker?
carpenter is, too. But he's a woodworker, yeah.
Okay, yeah. He makes, I don't know, cabinets and birdhouses and shit. Crates. He's making us a crate. We never got it. Sliv, what the fuck, man? You know what? That's fine. Because you're being very generous this Christmas, okay? So you were going to get coal for not giving us our goddamn crate. But you're off the naughty list, dude. For real, Sliv. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. You are fucking insane, dude. And also, another grown-ass man, another friend of the pod, another neglectful parent, probably, sent us, again, a very nice message on PayPal. It was a small message that said Merry Christmas, and then there was a link to a longer message, which was fairly short. It was well done. It was well written. It was very kind.
It was a nice
And
letter.
it was a great letter. We won't share all the details of it, but it was a great letter, and we very much appreciated it. I've shared it with Tanner. I read it to him, actually.
Yeah.
He struggles.
Yeah. I can't read.
Yeah, so I read it to him. And that was, again, an awesome message, and we liked it, but what did we like more? Of course, the attachment of 100, also United States dollars. And he said he liked your taco recipe, Tanner. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, he those tacos fuck, dude. He was posting about it in Discord yesterday. He made my famous ground pork and shredded potato tacos. They're just delicious. He loved them. He said they were a hit. The kids loved them. They want them as a normal rotation. So be on the lookout. We'll be branching out and starting a cooking podcast here soon as well, where we go.
We
over
should
our
make a
top
Dropshot
recipes.
cookbook.
We could.
We can
It would
have,
just be alcohol and ice and
exactly. We would have
beer.
like 5 cocktails, and then also those tacos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's sell. Yeah, let's get in contact with the merch guys. See if they can make us a book. See if we can get
We
published.
can-
Any publishers
yeah.
out there? We're looking to make a book.
Yeah. Harper Collins, reach out to us. Casey at thedropshot.com. Ben, thank you for real, dude. Very much for the very kind Christmas gift and for the very nice letter. For real, we really do appreciate it, and it means a lot. And it was nice to read those things. So thank you, dude. All right. And by the way, it's not too late for the rest of you.
Yeah.
So just letting you know. I'm kidding. I'm not. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. So
Thanks, boys.
next announcement here. No hangout this weekend for the patrons. It's Christmas. Go be with your family. And if you don't have a family, I mean, you can get in Discord and all of you orphans can, I don't know, cry in Discord together or something.
We won't be there. We'll be doing stuff.
We'll be having a jolly good time with our warm, loving families. But for those of you who don't have that, I'm sorry, okay? But you're not alone, okay? And if you're feeling lonely or sad on Christmas Eve night, okay, join the Discord, get in one of the channels, and you guys can do an unofficial hangout. But we won't be there. We'll be with our parents who love us. Now, serious note, okay, suicides are very high around Christmas. Don't do it, okay? Not joking. Don't do it. It's rude. We just don't do it. If you're scared you might, number 1, let's set up the annual Patreon before you go. And then number 2, there are hotlines you can call.
Got it.
So, look into doing those things, but yeah, just don't be sad. For real, you guys should get in the Discord, get in a channel, type in patron chat, hey, anyone want to hang out? I'm lonely. That sucks. It would suck. So, and I promise you're not alone. Many of you have many deep-seated issues, and a lot of it's probably because you're lonely. So you wouldn't be alone if you wanted to, hang out on Christmas Eve night in Discord. It's a good idea, and you should take us up on that. Our facilities are open to you. But once again, we will not be there. We'll be with our loving families. So that's that. So no hangout on Friday. And then last announcement, this is kind of far off, sort of. This is going to be like the end of January, so in about a month. We are going to have an episode number 200. When will that be? I'll help you out. Right after episode 199. So that's how counting works, and we're going to continue doing numbers in the order like they are. So when we do episode 200, we didn't think we were going to really do anything special, but we are. We've had some ideas brewing. We're going to try to make them all coalesce for episode 200, and we're going to make it an event. Now, is it going to be as crazy as episode 100? Technically 101? Probably not, but it's still going to be a very special edition, award-winning episode, and you should consider being there. So we'll have more to say on episode 200 early January after Christmas, but for now, maybe save some PTO, because I can guarantee you this: you're gonna want to be there live if you're an enjoyer of the program. So, very much looking forward to that. We do have some more Patreon episodes cooking. We will have those out. We'll have 5 done for December, like we do every month. And there you go. So, and also no episode on Saturday. We're gonna do another Patreon gone public for Saturday. So you guys who aren't patrons, maybe you're still on the fence, you can listen to another Patreon episode, freeloader. And then maybe you're like, okay, you know what? This would be worth $5 meager for an entire month. What is that? 10 cents a day? I don't know. I don't do math. It's worth it though. A lot of extra content. So that is that.
And that'll be the last free one for a while as well. So get fucked, freeloaders. You won't have that for months at the very least again. So
that is of course true, unless you join the Patreon at patreon.com/Dropshot. So anything else?
No.
In terms of announcements, Tanner. All right. If you're listening for the jingle, here it is.
Did you see you saved Cope's life just now?
Did I? Any lifesavers?
As I see you're deleting messages.
No. All right. Oh, what is this? I'm like, got it, GC. All right, welcome to the show.
Well, settle down there.
Yeah, let's relax. Welcome to the show. So today we actually have some fun and exciting stuff to talk about. We finally have started to get the stat guys doing their fucking jobs. So we actually have some good concrete numbers and data to talk about today. Some good discoveries, and I'm very excited to get into those. And then we have a couple of other things as well. Beyond that, fairly slow week, unsurprisingly. Everyone at Activision is, I don't know what they're doing, but they're certainly not working. So besides that, there isn't too terribly much to talk about today, but there still is some stuff. So starting here with patch notes, there was a Vanguard update on, I believe, the 16th. And part of what they did, which was not in the patch notes, was removed that little head glitch spot on DOS House. So back when DOS House, the ship house playlist was in, you could throw down a deployable cover and one of the spawns, get on top of it, and get to a fucking mean head glitch. That is no longer possible. This is a good change. That spot's probably good for camos and shit. I didn't use it that way because I don't hate myself and others, but it's gone now. So there's a good little change. Also, the Panzerfaust long shots are now properly tracking per Sledgehammer games. So I think that's everything now works for the Panzerfaust, I'm pretty sure. Not positive, but pretty sure.
No, it still needs the 3 aerial kill streaks. They still haven't changed that.
They haven't changed it, but it works at least.
Okay. Well, yeah, no one can get them, but yeah, it technically works.
Yeah, you can get them. It's just a real giant pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You can do it. But yeah, I hope they change that. But if that's your last thing for Atomic, you should just bite the bullet at this point. But anyways, long shots are now tracking properly. So also, there was an update on the 16th. I don't know if we covered this or not. It was really small, so we're just going to briefly go over it again. Ambient sound effects have been adjusted. This is for Warzone. So I don't know what ambient sound effects have been adjusted means, but I don't care, and it's not noticeable.
I think it's like the planes and stuff going over, shit like that. It's probably mostly for Vanguard Royale, I would imagine. All those unnecessary sounds.
Yes. So I played Vanguard Royale before and after this, and regular BR. I didn't notice really. So I did notice the planes being quieter, but I think we already talked about that, and that was in a prior to this patch. So I don't know
about
what
the
that means
airstrikes
exactly.
Or just like the player controlled
airstrikes.
planes. Okay. Got it.
The airstrikes, yeah. So bombing runs over Caldera have stopped, so there's no more bombing runs. I'm pretty sure we talked about this. I just don't know if it was on a Patreon episode or not. But that's good. No more bombing runs is fantastic. And that was in Vanguard Royale, which was super annoying.
Yes, very annoying.
And then the top secret contracts, the rewards have been reduced a bit, but they're still better than like a normal contract in terms of rewards. And then there were some bug fixes. Fixed an issue with the car where the shrouded gun perk would allow it to fire as if it were semi-auto. That's a noteworthy one.
Yeah.
I think we did talk about that, but you can't do that anymore, which is good. So, and then there's a couple other bug fixes that don't matter. So then on the 19th, there was another Warzone patch. This was more substantive. So Fire Sale public event has been adjusted to last a fixed duration. I didn't know it wasn't a fixed duration before, but there you go.
Yeah, was it like a different amount of time every time it would come up? I don't know. It seems shorter now. I kind of felt that way yesterday when we were playing that. It's about a minute shorter than what it was before. Can't confirm, but I know when Caldera released, the fire sales were way too long. We had even talked about, I mean, they should seriously be at the most 60 seconds.
Yeah, they should be a minute, I would say.
You shouldn't have plenty of time if you're 500 meters away and running to a buy station to get there and buy a bunch of shit. You know, it shouldn't work that way. Not every single team should be able to get an advanced UAV. I don't know.
Yes, agreed. So then there were some bug fixes, nothing really noteworthy there, and then some weapon adjustments. So I'm going to read their little blurb here. When considering these changes in a vacuum, they may seem rather peculiar. Due to the nature of Vanguard weapons, tuning is much less straightforward. Wow, you think? Hey, who could have guessed that? Me, by the way. Us. Adjustments to base weapons are not as impactful as they once were. Vanguard attachments can completely alter the behavior of a weapon, including its damage profile, fire rate, and recoil. When we make these adjustments, we are considering the weapon holistically in all of its permutations, which is fair. Our goal is for these weapons to be just as viable with one of these attachments as it can be with all of them. I don't know what that even means. Of course, that shouldn't be true. This allows the weapons to support all sorts of playstyles and gameplay preferences rather than solely rapid fire. Again, I don't know what that means. So, assault rifle, Cooper
means a whole lot of
carbine.
nothing.
Yeah, so those last two sentences I just don't understand. Coop Carbine, the Coop Carb, which is insanely overpowered. Max damage decreased from 25 to 24. Minimum damage from 20 to 19. So -1 on both of those. And then ADS speed decreased by 5.3%. So 5% slower ADS speed. So again, keeping in mind what they had just said with that little blurb, you might think one less max damage, one less minimum damage doesn't matter that much. But when you take into account damage ranges, multipliers, headshot, neck shot, lowering the max damage by 1 point could mean the difference between 6 shots versus 7 shots versus 8 shots to kill. Depending on how much health the guy has, where you're shooting, how many shots were head versus leg. It does cascade into potentially a fairly big nerf. Now, it still doesn't seem like it's gutting the weapon, which is good, but it is doing maybe more than it seems, which is, again, what they alluded to here. I have not been using the Cooper Carbine. I've been kind of just toying with other shit. Have you used it post? You did use it post.
That's all I used yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Coop these days?
Well, it felt exactly the same to me. And this does say, by the way, the change took effect in the previous update. So I think this has already been changed since like the 16th. So that's why it didn't feel any different, because it's been in for a long time now. Because these were posted, what, the 19th or something? The 19th, so yeah, so these were already in, though, apparently on the 16th is how this makes it sound. So it's still really good. Still has an insane fire rate, so you can miss plenty of shots. Doesn't feel like it kills that much slower. I honestly didn't even notice the ADS speed decrease at all. I didn't know that was even decreased because it's still, most of the Vanguard guns, the ADS is, you can make it very quick, so not noticeable. So, you know, the gun still feels really good to me. I don't know. I don't really have too many reasons to not use it or use something else over it. I don't know. It's still feeling really good to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next. Assault Rifle Charlie Vanguard. I want to say this is...
It's the BAR.
The bar. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. You can tell from the
barrels, yeah.
So for 27-inch 2B barrel, horizontal recoil control and vertical decreased by 5%. So it has 5% more vertical and horizontal recoil. That's pretty big. And then for the 30-inch XL barrel, again, same thing. 5% more horizontal and vertical recoil. This is interesting. I think on a gun like a bar, because it fires 0.5 rounds per hour, any additional
0.5 per hour.
Yeah, any additional recoil is like a pretty goddamn big nerf, because even if the magnitude of the recoil hasn't changed that much, the punishment you get for missing a shot is gigantic with a gun that fires as slowly as the bar. So and also, even if that wasn't the case, 5% more horizontal is a pretty big nerf in and of itself.
Yeah.
And additionally, 5% vertical. I don't think it's too much. I think it's probably fine. But I don't know. So that's how it was nerfed. As an aside, I don't care that people like the bar. I don't think it's consistent enough for Warzone. I don't think it's a good enough primary weapon to be used all purpose. So the bar, when I've used it, and I've played with it a fair amount, it's really good when someone is like standing still because they don't see you or they're mounted shooting at someone, and then you see them. If they're not moving and you have a bar, that is exactly the gun you want. The time to kill is really good and you're gonna fuck. And if someone's running straight towards you or straight away from you or almost straight toward or away, the bar is also really good because it's easy to track someone barely moving laterally like that or not at all. But the bar is dog shit when people are tack sprinting completely perpendicular to you, or they're maybe running away zigzagging, trying to not get shot by you. Here's where the bar is just terrible. Because the fire rate is so slow that once you're missing these shots like this, someone's making you miss shots like this, your time to kill is worse than a kilo now. Your effective time to kill. So, I don't know. I know people like the bar. It's really good in a lot of gunfights and a lot of situations, but there are times where it's just unusable, and I would unironically rather have a kilo because my time to kill would be faster.
Yeah.
Effectively. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on the bar? And what are your thoughts on these changes?
Yeah, so you never liked the sound of the bar. I hadn't experimented with it too much, and then I kept seeing on Twitter a bunch of people posting long-range bar setups saying the bar is so good for long range. I'm like, okay, let me try some of these. I'm like, these could probably... I mean, there's so many people talking about it. This must be pretty good. I tried 3 different builds, hated every single one. Terrible gun, in my opinion. I'm with you. There's so many gunfights where someone's like strafing right to left, and you can't hit them because the fire rate is terrible. You know, I tried upping the fire rate. It's just still, you could put the fire rate attachments on it with the 50 cal magazine, and it's still just fucking garbage. It's so slow, feels horrible. You miss like 2 shots in a gunfight, you're just fucked. I mean, you could literally miss like 10 or 12 shots with a coupe, and it be not as big of a deal as missing 2 shots with the BAR.
Yes.
Like, it is really, really bad. But, you know, if you can somehow hit every single shot, like you're saying, if they're not moving or something, if they're looking the opposite direction, then it does kill very fast. But there's just far too often I was missing shots on people moving. I'm like, okay, I'm fucking done with this gun. I'd rather have something with the higher fire rate. So I don't know. Doesn't seem like a good build for me. I don't think people will be on this thing for too long. Honestly, I'm not liking it at all. I'm off it already. So
Yeah, exactly. You really, if it's especially for your primary, you want something that's going to be competent.
It's got terrible mobility too, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Horrible.
true too. You want something that's competent in like every situation. And where the bar really excels in those instances where they're running straight toward you, straight away, or not moving, guess what? Any gun is probably going to kill them in that situation anyway.
Yeah.
So like this, in the situations where the bar really shines, it almost doesn't matter because any gun is going to like get you the kill on some guy who's running straight in a straight line away from you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like, yeah, the bar kills him faster. Who cares? Because I'm killing him with any gun at this point. He's in such a terrible position. So I know that's obviously an oversimplification, because if they're like mounted on a wall and you have a bar, you can kill them before they have time to get behind the wall. And if you're using a kilo, you wouldn't. So obviously that's not 100% true, but you get the point. I don't see the bar. But anyway, there you go. Coupe carbine barrel, 14-inch Gracie Rapid. This is the barrel everyone's using. Yeah. So damage multiplier is 0.9 using this barrel. That is big. You will do 10% less damage everywhere in every situation for everything. That's a very big nerf. Headshot damage is 1.07, so you get very little headshot bonus damage.
Yeah. A lot of guns
the least in the game, actually.
Most guns are like 1.3 plus. So
Yes.
This is really bad.
Really dog shit, yeah. Upper torso is 0.99. So that's crazy. And then you also get 5% more vertical recoil. So your recoil is worse vertically with this barrel. Now, that sounds insanely drastic, which it is, but also it needed a drastic nerf. This thing was killing obscenely fast. The RPM was so goddamn high. The time to kill was obscene. So it needed a really drastic nerf. I don't know, again, how this will change the Cooper carbine. I think you might want to just run the compact rounds, which increase your fire rate,
Compressed.
but then go with a compressed, yeah. But then go with a different barrel now because of how nerfed that is. But maybe not. I don't know. I'd need to see the TTK numbers, which I haven't. But what I'm envisioning, this is what happens. This was like the DMR of the Vanguard launch gun. It was insanely good, and it's getting just punished. If this gun is still good in any configuration, it's going to get punished again, I think. I'm not even sure the Cooper carbine at this point is worth leveling, because even if it's still really good, despite these nerfs, then they're probably going to nerf it again. That's my guess. I think they'll probably end up going overboard on this because it was so insanely overpowered. But yeah, were you using this barrel?
No, so that's what I was going to say. This isn't even the barrel I've been using. This was the barrel I think people were using for like the SMG close range setup, and that's why they nerfed it. Because on the previous page, I think we skipped over this, but it was talking about the Coupe Carb a little bit, where they put in their little 2 cents. And they said it's still going to be effective, but is now more likely to lose fights to submachine guns and short range engagements. So I think that's why they did this specifically. This isn't necessarily the barrel you want to run on an AR setup, because
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I haven't been. I think the one I'm using is like the 22-inch custom, which also increases your fire rate. Anyways, just not as drastic as the Gracie Rapid does. So I use that, and if I'm not mistaken, it gives you better recoil control, I believe. I think that's what it is. I think it's fire rate and recoil control. So that one's nutty as well. You can still use compressed rounds, which increase the fire rate again for an AR setup, and it still makes it very good. So I think this only affects people that were using this as an SMG build.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. You're probably right. Yeah. So there you go. And that's a pretty good way to nerf it, because that's where it was the most OP. It was never super OP as like a fucking long range AR. It was, I think, really good, but yeah, like people weren't using this barrel anyway. So there you go. Assault rifle Charlie, Vanguard once again, the bar, 8mm Clouser, 30 round mags, which no one was using. 4% more recoil, horizontal and vertical, and then the same for the 50 BMG 30 round mag, more horizontal and vertical recoil. Isn't there a 50 BMG 50 round mag?
40 round. That's what I'm confused about. Maybe the 40 already had more recoil, so now they made it so the 30 also does?
That's possibly true.
Yeah.
I would imagine if those are not the same recoil already, they will be. So
yeah. I would imagine.
So they either made them the same, or they neglected to mention they did it to the other 50, or or it was already done. And then the Coupe 9mm 60 round drum mag, damage multiplier from 0.89 to 0.96.
Oh, so that was buffed.
Yes.
Got it.
And this is the ammo most people weren't using. Or wait, no, yeah, it was.
This is the one everyone's using. Yes. This is the ammo everyone's using, because you can use...
compressed is an ammo type.
Yeah, so you can use that for fire rate, the barrel, recoil, booster, and compressed. Yes. And that's what got you that insane 1200 RPM fire rate.
That's correct. And this is what they meant with their initial blurb we read. They're looking at the weapon holistically. So yeah, the Gracie Rapid barrel got raped, but this 60 round drum got buffed. So you could maybe be like, okay, I want to use a Cooper, but I want to use it long range now. Now that the 60 round drum is even better, I can put that on, but it's still not going to be OP because they nerfed the Gracie Rapid barrel. So I'll just use a different barrel than the Gracie Rapid, and this is like a net buff for me with respect to those two attachments anyway.
Yeah.
So this is, they're going about this pretty well. And I think 0.96, that's probably fine. Maybe a little high. I don't know. I'd have to play with it. I think it's
fine. Yeah.
And then move speed decreased by 2%, which is pretty big, actually. 2% move speed is a lot more noticeable than 2% like recoil control. So
yeah,
keep that in mind.
It is very noticeable.
Because I think that stacks with like sprint speed. So if you, like we talked about this with Vanguard, if you run lightweight, you move like 5% faster, for example. But that's like your base movement speed. So when you sprint, you actually sprint like 7.5% faster than if you didn't have lightweight. Because sprinting takes in your base movement speed into account and then multiplies it by some number. Then tack sprinting, it's like 10%. So move speed decreased by 2% is pretty big. Because that's probably like 3% slower sprint speed and maybe 4% slower tack sprint speed. So that does add up.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's something. So yeah. What are your thoughts on these changes?
Not that noticeable, so I think they're fine. Coupe is still a really good gun. It's, again, maybe with that Gracie Rapid barrel, it's a lot worse, but I haven't been using that lately anyways, so still feels really good. My biggest thing is I just can't... We still don't seem to have a meta optic. I really wish they would essentially change the 2.5x to just be like an axial or something, because that's what we're missing right now. You know, there are a lot of interesting scopes. Like I've still just been using the SVT 40, I believe is the one where it's the 3 times and the 6 times. And you know, they're making a lot of these guns have so much recoil that it's not that manageable with the 6 times scope, but I still like running that because it's good intel to be able to zoom in that far and see people with running air. That's the biggest reason I'm running one. There, you know, you're going to miss a lot of shots with most of the ARs now with the nerfs they've done, but it still, I think, is worth it because you can just zoom in so far and see. So it's like having a fully automatic sniper. So, I like that, but we still just don't have, like, we're missing that meta optic. I just always see people running different things. I don't know.
That's interesting. I'm kind of fine with the 2.5x, but I think you're probably...
I don't like it.
Yeah, because there are a lot of... And again, like you said, especially on this map, you do want more zoom than 2.5 for a lot of times, but you also want less than 6. And maybe even a little more than 3. That 3 to 6x, how does the 3x configuration feel? Because I haven't really
played with it much. The 3x feels like it doesn't zoom 3x at all. I know that. It seems like
Less
it
than
zooms
3
like
or more?
It seems like it zooms like 2 at the most.
Yeah.
It's not. It's essentially it almost feels like it doesn't zoom that much at all, and it's just like it's a close range optic. So like if you're in a building almost fighting someone, I feel like you can aim with that and it's perfectly fine because it doesn't actually zoom 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, and keep in mind, like a VLK 3X, in actuality, its magnification is like 3.25.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the number is on the 2.5 or the 3/6, but yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think what they'll end up doing is changing the 2.5 to a 3.25. I would hope for that. That would be nice.
Because there already is like that
I don't know.
There already is like a 3.5 or 3.25, but one, it has a terrible base reticle. I don't know what the other reticles are, and it's seems to zoom more than what they call it, the 3.25 or whatever it is. It has slow ADS, and the optic isn't large enough on your screen when you're looking through it. It's like it's too far away from your eye and it's too small. So it still isn't in line, I don't think, with like an axial or a VLK. So maybe that's the one they'll end up changing because it's already technically closest to a VLK and axial, but they'd have to make quite a few changes to that. Whereas like the 2.5, I feel like could literally just be slightly larger, and then that would pretty much do it. I think that's the other thing I don't like about it. It's not even the zoom level. It's the fact that the picture is too small. It needs to be just a larger optic view.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of it. Yeah, I've never used it because I saw a picture and I was like, oh, this is dog shit. Like thick bezel, tiny sight picture, dog shit reticle. Yeah. Hopefully they change that because that's what they did with the axial.
Yeah.
They just totally reworked that thing and it got a lot better. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Ho, 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 little buddies. The holidays came early here at MANSCAPED, the leading men's hygiene brand. MANSCAPED just launched new products, including their all-new Ultra Premium Body Wash and a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. It's time to give yourself the gift of beautiful skin, hair, and balls this holiday season. Go to manscaped.com and use code DROPSHOT for 20% off, plus free shipping. What a deal. Jingle balls to the walls, fellas. Untrimmed pubes are a thing of the past, and it's possible you have Santa's beard in your little pants. It's time to leave your significant other some cookies and milk at the bottom of your chimney. I am talking about the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Inside the 4.0, you'll find the signature Lawnmower 4.0. This electric trimmer has advanced skin-safe technology to reduce cuts on your nuts. It's also waterproof. You can use it in the shower. It's like a gift to your partner with less mess. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant, moisturizer, and toner. It's time to keep your North Pole feeling and smelling fresh. This hygiene bundle will also come with a pair of Manscaped anti-chafing boxers that'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day. The perfect package for your perfect package. Manscaped is going beyond the groin with their new Ultra Premium Body Wash. It's infused with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling nice, clean, and moisturized. They also just launched the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, which has key ingredients with benefits that include hydrating, nourishing, conditioning the scalp, and strengthening your hair at the same time. 'Tis the season to load up on Manscaped products. So get yourself, your dad, your brother, your friends if you have any, the best gift of all, the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. Every guy out there needs to add Manscaped to their wish list this season.
All right, next, Festive Fervor went live. This isn't exactly a patch note. It sort of is because we talked about Festive Fervor, but it wasn't live at that time. And it has since gone live. So nothing really to discuss other than kind of let's just review it a little bit. What were your thoughts on this event, Tanner? Have you played?
Oh, there's an event going on?
Have you played Warzone? Yeah, Travis didn't tell you?
Dude, I haven't played Christmas Shipment because it came out.
I haven't either.
I left. I've seen plenty of videos from it. It looks cool with just the map itself. But I've only played Warzone with this event. It's all terrible. Krampus is a disaster. They nerfed him, still way too hard to kill. The only thing that's kind of cool is the little Christmas tree contract, or whatever it is, however it works. All I know is we were next to a Christmas tree yesterday. We're like, oh, let's figure out how this works. You go, it gives you like different quote gifts. The more tiers you hit with it, so the longer you stay on, it's kind of like a recon. You hit different tiers. A light goes up in the air, by the way. I think at the second tier, maybe it's the first, so people know that you're like on the tree.
I think it's instantly, yeah.
Is it instantly? Okay. Yeah. And then you get different tiers. You keep getting rewards. It's like they give you so many rewards that it's actually too much. Like you can't take 75% of what it drops. This last time, I think every single crate that opened had like an armor box in it. So we just had like 4 extra armor boxes. Just guns, which don't matter because we already had our loaded at that point.
Lots of cash,
lots of everything.
Streaks.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool to see. Nice little contract to get all that, get all those streaks and everything. So those are definitely worth going for if you're close to it, or even not. Like it's probably worth going out of your way to cap that if no one's in that area, because you get a lot of good shit for it.
Great for regaining too.
Good for regaining, but like we said, people can see that you're doing it and they'll push you pretty often. So
yeah.
Other than that, don't know anything of what's going on in the event. Don't know the rewards. Not planning on doing any of it. Don't care. But the Christmas tree contract's pretty cute. I like that.
Yeah, that's the only good part of the event. And it is pretty balanced. Like when we were playing, I don't know if this was yesterday. I think it was. There was one game where like 2 of us were alive, 2 of us were dead. I think it was me and Lag. No, I don't know about the first time, but 2 people went to the tree, did the contract because 2 people were dead. We got a ton of money. Everything went fine. We bought everyone back. Complete regain, loadout, all the money you could need. It was awesome. And then another time we tried to regain, started to do it. Someone saw the flare. We lost the game. We all died. That is how things like this should be. It's balanced because of the flare. It's the same type of flare that a recon contract gives off. It shoots in the air. Anyone can see it if they're looking up. And that's how you balance something that gives this much money and rewards and loot for not having to do shit other than stand there. So this was a cool idea. It's cute too, because there's a little Christmas tree. The supply boxes that respawn are like, they have bows on them, like little Christmas presents. So it's cute. It was thematic, and it was balanced, and it was worth doing. It's not like it was just completely not worth doing at all. So that was cool. Everything else about the event was either irrelevant or dog shit. So the elves, and I'm talking about Warzone, by the way. I have not played in multiplayer. I've heard in multiplayer it's fine, because like Krampus is easy to kill and the elves are too. But I don't know. I haven't played. I've been playing Warzone. So yeah, the elves, I don't care. They're annoying. The stuns they do are super dumb. If you kill 3 of them, you get something. I think you get like a satchel and maybe a streak. I don't know if it's guaranteed what you get. I know we've gotten a durable gas mask from it.
Yeah.
Just like some cute little rewards.
I did one yesterday and got a UAV and a satchel out of it for sure.
Yeah. So you just get like a couple little rewards. It's dumb. I don't care. I'm not going to waste my time looking for elves. And also, if you don't kill them, they stun you, and that's incredibly cringe and annoying. But it's not as bad as Krampus. So Krampus was added to the game. He will randomly just like, it's basically like he puts a bounty on you, and then he just comes and he can teleport and he can come and fuck your ass. And he has as much health as like fucking Jiraxis, the World of Warcraft raid boss or something. Like so much goddamn health. So before the change, we were playing quads and we mag dumped him with loadout guns in total, probably 7 times before he died. Mag dump. Okay. That's outrageous. Takes way too long. And then he got nerfed. So now it only takes 5 mag dumps. Cool. So that is not the worst thing in the world if he chose his targets better. So in multiplayer, Krampus will hunt you if you have the least objective score. Cool. Makes some sense. But in Warzone, he is completely indiscriminate. Now, what they should have done is say, okay, whatever team has moved their characters the least, Krampus is going to come for you because you're unlikely to be in a gunfight or something. But no. Instead, what happened yesterday? Krampus came after us 8 times per match, but also this was my favorite time. Okay. We're on Caldera. Okay. We're all alive. We're fighting a team. We start getting third-partied by a team directly in the opposite direction. We are smack in the middle of 2 teams. But no, we're not. Also, actually, we're in the middle of 3 teams because Krampus comes out of the earth like a demon, like Baphomet, whatever, and also starts hunting us. So now I'm getting third and fourth partied. Fun. And then, of course, we die. Because you can't battle Krampus with infinite health and also 2 other teams of sweats pushing you. Dog shit. Everyone's complaining about this, as they should be. Tanner called it that this was going to be fucking dumb. He was, of course, right. And it's really trash. So they took what was otherwise a fairly fine, fun event. I can deal with the elf stuns. I can't deal with Krampus, though. And he's still in the game. That's the worst part. And also, they nerfed him and it wasn't enough. That's also terrible. So, dog shit event. What could have been fun and cute and festive, mired by a glaring oversight by developers who make changes to the game, but have never actually played the game. One of hundreds of examples at this point that we've talked about on this program. So
the thing is, he's not even like good. He's just annoying and ends up getting you killed from other players, not him. So,
yes.
Well, in solos and duos, actually, it's probably miserable, but we were playing quads. I remember one time specifically, Lag and I were next to each other. I was like, Krampus is here. By the way, he only hunted me for some reason. I don't know why that was. It's not like I had the least amount of kills, the least amount of score when he would start hunting me. It was just, I don't get it. I got hunted by him, I think literally 4 or 5 times yesterday. You guys didn't get hunted by him once. So don't know what the fuck was going on there. And so Lag and I were next to each other. I was like, oh, Lag, let's fuck this guy. It was, I think, probably 3 full magazines from each of us before he died. And I mean, he broke like one of my plates or something during that. So he doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but he's just fucking annoying and a waste of my time, a waste of my ammo, and it ends up getting you killed from other players,
yes,
not from him. Yep. So the fact that this is in the game till like January 2nd or 3rd is fucking insane. Raven, this I had said yesterday when we were playing, when we were having the gameplay stream, I was like, you know what? This may have been cute if they did it like literally Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after, Christmas weekend, add him in, whatever. It's annoying, but it's for 3 days, okay. But the fact that this is in the game for like 20 days total or something, huh? Why do you think anyone would have fun with that? I don't get it. I don't understand this decision at all. They do all these things that like, you know, make sense. They've been doing pretty well with the gun balancing and stuff, close enough lately, stuff like that. And then they do this and add Krampus into the game. I mean, he should actually probably have 50% of the total health he has. And then he wouldn't be as annoying. Preferably even less, but it's still just way too much. So, very annoying. Yeah. Ruins the event completely. It's ridiculous. I don't get why any developer would ever think of adding that into a battle royale, right?
Yeah, I know.
Fucking battle royale.
Imagine if you're a new player, too, and like this is your first experience.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this game's terrible. Why does everyone play this? Mm-hmm. It's so bad. So, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's dog shit. So, cool. All right, so now we're going to get into some hidden patch notes. I alluded to this. This is what I've been really excited to talk about today. The stat guys finally doing their fucking jobs. So today, and I'm joking, but let's do this sooner. We have some pieces of media to cover. I think everything we're talking about today is courtesy of True Game Data. we will have links to the videos we reference in the show notes or in the video description. So you guys can go and watch those down below if you want the sources. So this first one is about Vital and how that works in Warzone. So Vital in Warzone will alter how much damage you do if you hit a chest shot with that gun and you have Vital on. So it's very little, first of all, extra damage. It's like +1 or +2 at most for the 4 guns that have access to Vital. And in terms of shots to kill, if you use Vital on the Cooper carbine, it does not change how many shots you need to kill someone who is fully plated. So it is probably not worth running, because it could change your shots to kill on if you're shooting someone who is not full health. I don't know. But if they are fully plated, full health, it does not change your shots to kill using Vital if you're running a Cooper or an STG. Now, obviously, again, this could depend on how many chest shots you land versus other shit, whatever. But in general, not going to change your shots to kill. Not worth running on a Cooper or an STG, because there are better things you could put in that slot. For the Itra Burst, it does lower your shots to kill by 1 at damage range 1 and 2. Don't use the Itra Burst. And then for the Type 100, it will lower your shots to kill at ranges 1, 2, and 3, which is interesting. Might be worth running on a Type 100, because that is an SMG. And so getting 1 less shot to kill is pretty good. If you're landing only chest shots, I would say it's probably worth running on the Type 100. I would say that's probably it, though. And even then, there's a proficiency called Steady, faster ADS firing speed. That's really good. Yeah, I saw that. And that's available on like every gun. That's really fucking good and worth running. I don't know if I would run that over Vital for a Type 100. Probably not. And then there's also like Gung Ho, which is insanely good. It removes your sprint out timer in Warzone. I think you have to hip fire to do it, but yeah, I think that's probably better, but I don't know. But all of this is to say, do not use Vital on anything but a Type 100. That's the thrust of this conversation. And
did he only test these 4 guns?
I think these are the only guns that have Vital. Pretty sure they are.
No. Well, definitely not all of them, because like the combat shotgun has it.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, so he just didn't. Okay, because I'm thinking like, I wonder if there's some other like LMG or something out there that has Vital that actually maybe does make a difference. Yeah.
I don't think any LMGs have Vital.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really used too many.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they do either. But yeah, so that's
because the combat shotgun does have it.
That's part of the reason I tried out the Itra Burst last week. I was like, you know what? I haven't seen anyone use this. So I'm going to try this.
Garand.
Does it? Yeah. Okay. So you just didn't test all of them, but okay. The Itra Burst, I was like, oh, this thing has Vital. This may be good. It's burst. It fires 4 shots with 1 burst. Maybe this is like a sleeper gun no one's used, and you can 1 burst people. Terrible gun. And I used it with Vital. It was fucking awful. It was like, I swear you had to hit every single shot in 2 bursts to kill someone. That's 8 shots at least is what it felt like. So much recoil, terrible ADS, really bad gun. So don't care if the shots to kill are lower with that. You know, something like with that gun, it just doesn't matter. So
especially a burst, because you still have to land 2 bursts effectively.
It really goes to show you that I think people seeing Vital was giving them that effect where they were actually killing faster, but they really just weren't. It's like one of those things where they thought it was doing something and it wasn't. If you guys didn't know, I think I mentioned it last week. There's an MP40 blueprint that claimed to have Vital. JGod even made a video on it. I don't think JGod actually tested it, but he was saying that was the meta setup. I saw, what the fuck? I saw all the big guys, big streamers and stuff making this broken MP40 Vital class. Hold on. Wasn't actually working. So yeah, there was a blueprint that said it had Vital. It was tested by someone else, I saw the guy on Twitter, he posted all the damage values. He's like, it's not actually changing anything. So it was just giving people that effect that it was. That was since patched, and it displays the correct perk. I don't know what the perk is, but
Race.
Is that what it is? Okay. So it wasn't actually giving you any benefit from having Vital, but it made people think that they were like, oh, this shit's insane because that's Vital. It wasn't. Didn't even have it on the gun.
Yeah.
So it's always funny how that works.
Yeah, good old TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, the MP40 you can't have Vital, so the blueprint didn't add it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. So I just thought that was interesting and I wanted to cover it. And then this next video is talking about like incendiary rounds versus hollow point rounds. And again, this video will be linked. And this was a super interesting video. He made a lot of good points in it, and I kind of wanted to go over some of them. So hollow point is an ammo type that's available on like everything. And he tested some guns. So like the Cooper carbine, for example, hollow point does more damage to extremities, but it lowers your damage range. So for example, if you shoot the upper leg with a Cooper carbine, inside of 25 meters, with hollow point, 26 damage. Without hollow point, 24. So basically, you're getting more damage to every extremity when you're using hollow point at the cost of about 10% damage range. So running hollow point with a Cooper carbine, your first damage drop off is at 25 meters. If you're not running it, it's at 28 meters. That is surprising. Because when you see negative damage range, especially for your primary gun, you might think, oh, fuck that, I'm not using that. But is 3 meters that bad?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Especially for all of that extra extremity damage. And what that equates to for the Cooper is 1 less shot to kill to all if you're shooting all extremities. Or to any extremity. Which is pretty big, actually. So, hollow points are pretty fucking good. And the damage range penalty you take is not that bad. 3 meters, not that big of a deal. And then again, at damage range 2, even outside of that 25 meter range, it is still 1 less shot to kill. To upper extremities. Not to the legs. So again, pretty interesting.
That is.
Pretty goddamn interesting. But then you get into like Incendiary. Incendiary reduces your damage range by 5% instead of 10%. And it also decreases your bullet velocity along with hollow point by 11%. That's the big downside, I think, to both of these. But
and they already have pretty shit base velocity, by the way.
Exactly, yes. But some benefits of Incendiary, I was going to mention this, but he wrote them all down here. If you're running Combat Scout, because Incendiary burns for almost a full second, if you're running Combat Scout and you shoot someone with Incendiary, even if you don't hit them again, you get an extra 725 milliseconds of Combat Scout vision.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really good. It's almost a full other second. And also, this is something I noticed right away. You can't plate for an extra 725 milliseconds.
Yeah, it is fucking annoying.
Dude, it's so annoying. Imagine you're in a gunfight with some guy, close range, you're both using an SMG. Some guy rips you, and you're able to duck out of the room and start plating. Psych. You have to wait an extra 725 milliseconds before you can plate, because you're burning, and it stops you from plating. That is a really huge benefit. And then you also get a little bit of extra damage anytime a shot is missed. So, just because of how Incendiary works, when you land a shot, they start burning for like 725 milliseconds. If you don't do any more damage to them, then they'll keep burning for that long. If you do hit them again, then the timer just resets, but you don't get any extra damage really. So the benefits of Incendiary is definitely the extra damage. It's 3 extra damage if you get the full burn. If they have EOD, it's 12 extra if they don't have EOD, which can make the difference in a lot of situations. But more than that, I think the biggest benefit is keeping people from plating for 725 milliseconds. That is fucking gigantically, hugely important in a close quarters gunfight. And then also extending Combat Scout is really good too. So
that's really good.
Yes. So I've been running Combat Scout. I'm done with Amped. On this map, I don't care. I don't want Amped. Doesn't matter. So I've been running Combat Scout. So if you're running Incendiary, that's really nice too. And that's also really nice up close because I got a kill this way yesterday, literally only because of Combat Scout plus Incendiary. I was getting pushed by 4 people. The first guy to get to me, I hear him, shockingly. I peek the angle, shoot him. He starts ripping the shit out of me. I dive back behind the wall. But because he's burning and I have Combat Scout, I see his outline the entire time I'm behind the wall. So I know what he's doing. I'm literally watching him re-peek. But he's like ADS strafing. So because of that, I can aim on, pre-aim him, jump peek the wall, rip the guy, kill him. His 3 other teammates come and clear me out. But I promise you, I do not get that kill without Combat Scout. And maybe without Incendiary too. Because I literally pre-aimed him the entire time. I had vision on him 100% of that gunfight. You don't get that with Hollow Point. So, True Game Data's argument was Incendiary is just always better than Hollow Point. I think I agree. Because even if it's less damage, sort of, because if you're hitting all chest shots, then Incendiary is way better because you're not getting any benefit from Hollow Point. But if you are hitting some extremities, which you will do in a close quarters gunfight, unless you're on a Cronus or something, then Hollow Point can be better. But I think overall, I would go with Incendiary. On an SMG, I think this is the only ammo type to run. It's really fucking good. For the Combat Scout extension and for the delaying plating, that's the biggest benefit by far. I've died because of this many times also, by the way, where if I had gotten a plate in sooner, I probably win the gunfight, but I can't because I'm burning.
Oh yeah.
It's incredibly annoying. So that's a really big benefit of it. But the Combat Scout one is really good too. I don't think there's any other ammo type ever worth running for your close range setups. If you're using an SMG, you should just always be running Incendiary, I think. And maybe for like shotguns and shit too, if you're into that sort of thing. What are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, I hadn't really experimented too much with Incendiary. I used Hollow Point, didn't feel any different for me ever. I mean, I don't hit limbs, right? I'm always hitting upper chest or head. So
that was your argument, yeah.
So I don't need Hollow Point anyways. But Incendiary is so fucking annoying that this is probably a good thing to run. And yeah, it gives you less of a damage range reduction than Hollow Point does. So it's pretty much every single way you look at it, it is going to be better than Hollow Point. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to be trying this on SMGs. Like you said, it's only going to be good on SMGs. On ARs, you have to run lengthen for everything unless you want to just have horrible bullet velocity and actually have to lead someone at 50 meters, like 3 feet in front of them, which is difficult to do. So I think I'm going to switch all my subs to Incendiary and give this a shot, see how it feels, actually, because that is the plating thing I've noticed many times, and yes, that has gotten me killed. And the Combat Scout thing, it just makes so much sense for us since we're running Combat Scout right now to do this. So
yeah, if we're going to be running it anyway, exactly.
Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think I'm going to switch all of my SMGs to Incendiary and try this out, actually.
Yeah, because this is something you were saying about the Vanguard perk. What's it called in Vanguard? Multi. Piercing vision? Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You were saying this about piercing vision, that it's like, yeah, it's nice for wall banging, but also when people unpeak and repeak you, it can get you so many kills that way because you know when they're going to peak or where they and exactly where they are.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, that's true. So it's really good in multiplayer, and that's even more important and more helpful, in fact.
Yeah.
In Warzone when people have more health, and when the stakes are higher, it's so fucking good. True Game Data in this video was saying he's even running Incendiary on a lot of his long range setups. I don't think that's worth it, but you can experiment with that if you want.
Fuck that. No.
Yeah, that's pretty
idea.
crazy.
No, yeah.
So if you normally, like the different lengthened adds 38% velocity, Incendiary reduces 11%. So the difference between running Incendiary and running Lengthened is, what is that?
Almost 50%.
Yeah, almost 50% less velocity on my long range gun.
Fuck that. No.
Fuck that.
I don't agree with that at all. Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm not going to do it. But you can maybe experiment with it. If your play style is such that you're not taking gunfights very far away anyway, you might want to try this. Because if it weren't for the velocity, I would run this for every gun for sure.
Yeah.
But so maybe experiment with that. That's what he said he's been doing for a lot of his setups. I wouldn't do it, but you guys could give it a try. Something worth considering. But definitely put Incendiary on all your SMGs, 1,000%.
Yeah.
There's nothing better to run. So, and then next fun and exciting hidden patch note. I didn't read this anywhere or anything. I just played the game. The tier 100 skin makes people invisible. So I believe you can see their gun and their head, but that's it.
You kind of see like the outline of like the top of their shoulders. They're not totally invisible, but it makes it so they're a lot harder to see. Yeah. And we didn't realize it was the tier 100 skin. We knew, I think it was lag first. So it's like, oh yeah, there's an invisible operator. And we're like, huh? And then finally I saw a guy.
Like, yeah, look on the roof. And then
yeah. And I pushed him. We were at peak and I was like, oh, I'm just going to let him kill me. So I pushed him. He killed me. And then, you know, it shows your dead body for a while. It shows him sitting there. It's only past a certain range they're invisible. So up close you can see it. And I was like, oh, lovely. It's the Battle Pass tier 100 skin. So let's hope they get this fixed ASAP. Otherwise, in about 2 weeks' time, every person in the lobby is going to be invisible because they're all going to be tier 100 running that outfit. Because I'm like already 82 or something, I think. So people will be getting there.
Yep. Smile.
Yeah. Big smile.
Yep. And smile. So cool. Awesome. Hopefully they fix that soon for sure. Yeah. So. Yeah, so that's it for patch notes. Do you need a break or you want to get into this next section here?
No, yeah, not much more.
So now on to news and upcoming changes. First, we have our little fucking Christmas sale going on. Vanguard, Cold War, MDub, BO4, and the MDub 2 campaign remastered are all on sale through January 3rd. So there you go. Go look around. I'm not reading the numbers to you, but you can buy things on sale. Oh, actually, Vanguard Ultimate is on sale. And regular Vanguard, yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, $20 off at least.
Through January 3rd, you can buy that. I think you can gift these too. So if you wanted to maybe get one of your friends because you're lonely, which we've gone over, a Christmas present, you can buy them a self-serving one in Vanguard on sale, so you have someone to play with in your miserable life. You're pathetic. So there you go, through January 3rd. And then next here, I found this pretty cool and interesting, and we'll see how it goes. So Dexerto, who is the parent company of Charlie Intel, whom we rely on very heavily, and we're indebted and grateful to Charlie Intel. Still need you to hire some better writers, but that's fine. They have apparently created a website. It is in beta right now, and it is called mystats.com. What is that? Well, it's basically the same shit as warzoneRanked.com, warzonestats.com, etc. It compiles your data, your KD, shit like that, and it shows you them. And like your recent matches, your gulag win rate, shit like this. So they're throwing their hat in the ring with this shit, and they have their own little tool that relies on your API and all of that. And a lot of it is, again, kind of the same as everything else that everyone else is doing. But there were some other unique things on this website that are not offered on the other stat websites. So I'm trying to find those now. Let me see if I can here real quick. Tanner, go to that website and try and log in.
I'm on it.
I'm having API
log in or just like view
Search
my own okay, yeah. I did that. I have mine pulled up. Yeah. First thing off the bat is this is a website designed for battle royale stats, and they have it spelled battle royal. So again, Dexerto, Charlie Intel, Hire someone who knows how to write, please.
Yeah, it's so simple.
Battle
I
Royal.
agree.
Got it.
Got it. Yeah. So there are a couple tabs at the top. Again, I can't view them because my API is fucked, so I'm not able to look at them. But one of the, like, there's the overview tab, the details tab, performance, matches, compare, and events, which is probably just like a calendar. But one of them is gas circle. I am very curious what this is because whatever it is not offered on any of these other stat tracking sites.
Yeah, it's waiting for database response. So I have 20 seconds here before mine's pulled up. So yeah, from the start here, I like wzstats.gg. I like that the best no matter what. I like the layout of the website. I like the colors. It's the easiest to navigate. It's the most simplistic, I think. I like how it shows like the lobbies, like legend. Okay, it's not working.
Okay,
yeah, it hit the 30-second timer and then just refreshed again.
Yeah, same for me. It is in beta, so there's going to be some problems.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to have other games too. Fortnite, Valorant, Apex. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yes, I don't even know what the gas circle thing would be. What is that?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that could be too.
Yeah, let me try it again, see if it refreshes. But I don't know. It just seems like there's so many of these websites that, unless this is something interesting, that I almost just don't really care, honestly. I just stick to Warzone stats. The other thing, too, is Charlie Intel and Dexerto's website are full of ads that pit way too many ads. And I feel like this is going to end up being like that, where every single time you scroll down to look at your stats or something, you're going to be hit with an ad. Okay, it's not working. Confirmed. Got it.
Yeah. Got it.
So I don't know what that is, but that'll be interesting to check out once they, do some more work on it or get out of beta here soon.
Yeah. And I think this is noteworthy because of all of these like stat tracking websites, Dexerto is by far the biggest company. They have the most resources by far.
Yeah.
And they have probably the best relationship with Call of Duty themselves as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So they might be able to get API issues fixed more quickly. They might be able to even offer more data. So right now it's buggy and it's in beta and it's a mess, but keep your eyes on mystats.com. Interesting URL they were able to get, by the way. That's pretty surprising. Keep your eyes on this. This might be good. So even if the gas circle thing isn't useful, it might be just more reliable in the long run because they're such a bigger company. They have so much more money, and they're very close, I think, with Activision. I think those two companies are on pretty good terms, working terms for sure. So keep your eyes on that. Might be worth looking into.
Yeah.
And what's this last point here, Tanner Dropshot?
Last thing here, Call of Duty tweeted about an hour ago that yesterday there were rumors of a ban wave. So they confirmed it. 48,000 cheater accounts were banned yesterday across Warzone and Vanguard thanks to Team Ricochet. What I saw, the rumors were, I believe this was people that did unlock tools. So, maybe like our little 13-year-old buddy, again, Bjorn. Yeah. You may be banned again, buddy. So, they did that, and I think it was the hardware spoofers there was a big ban wave against them. So I think that's why. Good. So I think that's why there's such a big ban wave because, Ricochet is supposed to, it's kernel level. It's supposed to basically ban people right away. So the fact that they're doing a ban wave kind of makes it look like their anti-cheat doesn't work. That's why I think this is mostly like hardware ID and unlock tool people. Because there were things going around Twitter, like forum posts from Engine Owning that people were like, dude, I haven't played the game for months, and all of a sudden it says I'm banned on Battle.net, and it's because they did things like the unlock tool and whatnot. So it looks like that's mostly what that was. And hey, we didn't run into any cheaters yesterday again. So
I haven't seen, I think I've seen like one or two cheaters since Caldera came out.
Yeah. So
I'm very pleased with whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, we'll probably do a episode on this in January or February about Ricochet, how it's working and stuff. But as of now, yeah, I haven't. I've seen clips of them. I haven't seen too many myself yet, though, so that's good to see.
Really good.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, very cool. The fact that they're banning hardware spoofers too is really nice because that means that a hardware ID ban actually has teeth. Because if you're doing hardware ID bans, that's all well and good, but because people can spoof them.
Yeah.
But if they're able to hardware ID ban you and then if you try to spoof it, they can catch that also, then that means they can effectively ban people. Now, again, some people will be able to get past it, but the fact that they have that capacity is very, very auspicious. I'm very happy to hear that for sure.
Yeah.
Unlock tool. Sure. Ban them. I don't care. Don't use, who cares, guys? Just don't put a camo on. Grow up. Or unlock the camo.
The only people using the unlock tools, they're like 18-year-old kids, 19-year-old kids, yeah. Because they want
whatever
obsidian on their Vanguard Car 98 or something. It's like, really? What do you... I don't get it.
Yeah, it's just not worth it, exactly.
People know it's not legit, so it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. So, got it, Dust. Wow. So, anyway, other than that, Tanner, Dropshot. Anything else?
No. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas indeed. All right, boys and girls, that is absolutely fucking it. We're done. This will be our last live episode until after Christmas. So on a very serious note, thank you all for being with us this year. It's been a great year. And we hope you have a Merry Christmas, a happy whatever other holidays there are. I don't know, but I hope you enjoy them, I guess.
Enjoy it. Enjoy your holiday.
And once again, if you're depressed and lonely, join the Discord. Christmas Eve, Christmas night. There are a lot of you. You should all congregate together and have fun. The Discord's full of a lot of fucking cool people, as we were reminded by Benjamin. And it's a great community, despite all of the things I say about them. And so you should join the fucking Discord. It's linked in the description, the show notes, and, make some friends. A lot of people, literally, maybe 100+ people have, found friends through our Discord. Because if you guys like this particular podcast, you're a very specific type of person, and you'll get along with other people who like this podcast, I think. Yeah. So this isn't the fucking rainbows out of my ass, happy-go-lucky, everything sanitized podcast where any type of person would like it. This is very, very particular. So you guys all get along. So anyway, that's it. Get us Christmas cash. Go to the goddamn donate link. Figure it out. Thanks in advance. Ben, Slivo, thank you guys again. All of our patrons, thank you guys as well. You've made this a great fucking year, and we look forward to getting active in the future. We have a lot of fun stuff planned for episode 200 and beyond. So we're very grateful to all of you guys, all you listeners, all you supporters, patrons especially. We love you and thank you. Patreon.com/the Dropshot. It is the best way to support the show. We're going to be doing an overhaul soon. We'll have details to announce on that shortly. We're going to be doing more bonus episodes, more fun content. It's a great time to join. Get us a Christmas present. Get yourself a Christmas present. Join the Patreon. Lots of bonus content and really good stuff. So we'll have that Patreon public app live on maybe Saturday. I don't know. Christmas, I'm going to be so hungover. Probably not. You'll get it eventually, but we'll have all of it live at a time. So Merry Christmas. We'll see you guys later. Till next time. Bye-bye. Stay humble.
Stay humble.